You buy butter every week. You spread it on toast, use it in cooking, put it in the pan. The word butter on the label means something simple and clear. But what if most of what is sold as butter in Australian supermarkets is not actually butter? Real butter has two ingredients, cream and sometimes salt. When vegetable oils, emulsifiers, preservatives and synthetic vitamins are added, you are no longer consuming butter. You are consuming an ultra-processed spread. Many spreadable butters sold in Australia contain as little as 8 to 60% real dairy. The rest is processed vegetable oil, emulsifiers, preservatives, and synthetic vitamins designed to mimic what butter provides naturally. 7 stores tested. The same question asked of each. Is what is labelled butter actually butter? Shelves in the Woolworths dairy aisle are packed with tubs displaying the word butter in bold, prominent lettering. For most shoppers, that single word is a promise of a simple, traditional food. But the back of pack label on one of the store's most popular premium options, Lurpak Spreadable Slightly Salted, shows a different reality. According to the ingredient list on the Woolworths product page, this tub contains 64% butter. The remaining 36% of the product is not butter. It is a mix of canola oil, water, and lactic culture. Manufacturers add liquid vegetable oils like canola to lower the melting point of the fat, ensuring the product remains soft at refrigeration temperatures. While this provides convenience, the addition of refined seed oils shifts the product away from traditional single-ingredient block butter and into the territory of processed dairy blends. Under the Australia-New Zealand Food Standards Code, Standard 2.5.5 dictates that real butter must contain at least 80% milk fat and be derived exclusively from milk. By adding canola oil, this product no longer meets the legal definition of pure butter. It relies instead on a regulatory loophole that allows the word butter on the front of the pack, as long as the back label specifies it is a blend. This formulation variation leads to a significant price gap when we perform basic shelf math. A standard 250-gram block of Woolworths Australian butter salted costs $4.50, which translates to $1.80 per 100 grams. This block contains only cream and salt, 100% real dairy. In contrast, a 250-gram tub of Lurpak Spreadable Slightly Salted costs $6.50, or $2.60 per 100 grams. Because Lurpak is only 64% butter, a consumer is paying a premium price for a product diluted with water and canola oil. When calculated strictly for the actual dairy content, the real butter inside that Lurpak tub costs $4.06 per 100 grams, more than double the cost of the traditional block. To avoid overpaying for processed additives, consumers must check the ingredient list, not the name. Coles shelves present a similar pattern. The supermarket giant stocks multiple private label tubs carrying the word butter on the front, yet their ingredient lists reveal extensive processing. The Coles Buttery Blend spread contains 65% butter, 26% canola oil, water, salt, milk powder, and synthetic vitamins A and D. Another option, the Coles Spreadable Dairy Blend, drops the actual butter content to just 38%, substituting the rest with water, canola oil, food acid, vegetable gum, and emulsifiers. These are not traditional butter. They are ultra-processed spreads. This gap between shelf marketing and reality extends to Australia's most recognisable heritage brands. Western Star, founded in 1926 in Victoria's Western Districts, has spent nearly a century positioned as the quintessential Australian butter. Its blue and gold packaging remains a staple in millions of household fridges. Yet, the corporate structure behind this domestic icon is shifting. For years, Western Star was owned by the New Zealand dairy cooperative Fonterra. In August 2025, Fonterra finalised an agreement to sell its global consumer portfolio, including Western Star, to the French multinational dairy giant Lactalis for approximately 3.4 billion Australian dollars. Once the transaction is fully complete, Lactalis will become the largest dairy company operating in Australia. The French conglomerate already controls major local brands, including Pauls and Devondale, through its Parmalat subsidiary. When shoppers select a tub of Western Star, they are buying a brand that feels deeply local, but the financial returns are destined for a corporate headquarters in France. This ownership transition demonstrates why brand heritage cannot be equated with product purity. A corporate logo or a historic regional name does not guarantee a simple two-ingredient product. Whether a brand is owned by a local cooperative or a global conglomerate, the physical contents of the tub remain governed by commercial formulation decisions. To find real butter, buyers must look past the familiar name on the front of the tub and read the ingredient panel on the back. Aldi's dairy aisle presents the clearest side-by-side contrast on the Australian supermarket shelf. Side by side sit two products that look almost identical to a hurried shopper, yet they deliver completely different food realities. The first is Aldi's Pure Valley Salted Butter. The back label contains only cream and salt, meeting the strict legal definition of genuine butter. At $6.69 for a 375-gram block, it costs $1.78 per 100 grams, making it a highly competitive pure dairy option. Sitting directly beside it is Beautifully Butterfully. Despite the name and the familiar tub packaging, this product is not pure butter. The back panel reveals a 9-ingredient formulation: cream, vegetable oils, specifically palm oil, butter oil, salt, buttermilk powder, soy lecithin emulsifier, flavour, synthetic vitamins A and D, and added colour. It is a highly processed dairy and oil blend, formulated with vegetable fats to maintain a soft texture straight from the fridge. This difference in purity is often masked by industry accolades. In the CanStar Blue 2026 Most Satisfied Customers Awards, based on a national survey of 2,086 Australians, Beautifully Butterfully was crowned the overall winner. This award, however, measures subjective customer satisfaction, factors like price, taste, and how easily it spreads, rather than compositional purity. It is a measure of consumer perception, not an endorsement of ingredient quality. For families trying to avoid ultra-processed additives, this shelf reality represents a significant trap. Two products in the exact same aisle can appear equivalent, but one relies on industrial oils, while the other uses simple traditional cream. To protect your household budget and health, you must check the ingredient list, not the name. Independent grocers under the IGA banner widely stock Mainland Buttersoft, a tub prominent in the dairy aisle. At first glance, the green and gold packaging presents the familiar markers of a premium, traditional dairy staple. But turning the tub over to examine the back of pack label reveals a major shift in how this spread is constructed. It marks the point where the product on the shelf starts to look unmistakably processed, shifting from a simple kitchen ingredient into a complex industrial formulation. While traditional block butter relies on just two ingredients, cream and salt, the formulation for Mainland Buttersoft contains 9. The official ingredient list reveals cream, vegetable oil, butter oil, salt, buttermilk powder, soy lecithin, flavour, vitamins A and D, and colour 160A. This extensive list moves the product far away from the legal standard of pure dairy. At local IGA stores, a 375-gram tub costs around $10.65, meaning shoppers are paying a premium for a heavily modified product. Adding liquid vegetable oil changes the physical structure of the fat, allowing it to remain soft and spreadable at fridge temperatures. When vegetable oil replaces dairy fat, the natural fat-soluble vitamins naturally present in cream are heavily diluted. To offset this loss and maintain the product's nutritional profile on the label, the manufacturer must fortify the blend, adding synthetic vitamins A and D back into the mixture during production. The inclusion of soy lecithin acts as an emulsifier to bind the water and oils together, preventing separation. Added flavour and colour 160A are also used to restore the taste and yellow appearance of traditional butter. These industrial additives signal a processed spread profile rather than a simple farm product. The commercial strategy behind this product is tied to global trade. While Mainland presents a strong domestic image on Australian supermarket shelves, the brand itself is owned by Saputo, a multinational dairy giant based in Canada. The margins generated from these processed spreads do not support local family farms in the same way traditional cooperatives once did. Instead, the profits flow directly to corporate offices in Montreal, Canada. This corporate structure highlights why brand heritage can easily mask a highly modified food product. To avoid paying premium prices for cheap oil fillers and synthetic additives, consumers must remain vigilant at the checkout. The message remains consistent across every supermarket aisle. Check the ingredient list, not the name. Costco's warehouse shelves introduce another layer to the dairy aisle with their house brand, Kirkland Signature. At $1.35 per 100 grams, the bulk packaging offers an appealing unit price for families buying in volume, presenting a stark contrast to the premium prices of standard supermarket spreads. But bulk pricing does not change what is inside the tub. Kirkland Signature products are sourced from different commercial suppliers depending on the active contract cycle, meaning what was bought last month may not be what is on the shelf today. Because of this supplier variability, the exact formulation can change between production runs, meaning the ingredient list on the back of the tub requires inspection at the point of purchase. Spreadable Kirkland products demand the exact same scrutiny as any standard supermarket brand. A larger tub of a dairy and oil blend is still a processed blend, regardless of the warehouse savings. If the ingredient panel lists vegetable oils, emulsifiers, or synthetic vitamins, the product is an industrial spread rather than pure butter. The rule remains absolute, whether buying a single block or a multi-pack. Check the ingredient list, not the name. Pure dairy fat contains approximately 65% saturated fat, which naturally crystallizes and hardens at refrigeration temperatures around 4 degrees Celsius. When cold, pure butter is naturally firm and difficult to spread. If a product labelled as butter remains soft and pliable straight from the fridge, it is a clear physical indicator that liquid vegetable oils have been introduced to lower the melting point of the fat. Manufacturers commonly blend in canola, sunflower, or generic vegetable oils to keep the mixture soft at low temperatures. From a nutritional standpoint, these ingredients are omega-6 heavy industrial seed oils. The production of these seed oils relies on heavy chemical extraction. Factories mix ground seeds with chemical hexane solvents at 50 to 55 degrees Celsius to dissolve and extract the maximum amount of oil. The extracted oil is then refined, bleached, and deodorized at high temperatures to strip out natural odors and colors, producing a highly processed, neutral fat. Because liquid vegetable oil and water do not naturally bind with solid dairy fat, the formulation requires chemical support. Manufacturers add emulsifiers like soy lecithin to prevent the oil and water from separating, alongside preservatives to extend shelf life and maintain stability. This heavy dilution of dairy fat also strips away the natural fat-soluble vitamins natively found in pure cream. To offset this loss and maintain regulatory health claims on the label, manufacturers must fortify the blend, adding synthetic vitamins A and D back into the mixture during production. The consumer is ultimately paying a premium price for a product where expensive, nutrient-dense dairy fat has been substituted with cheap, chemically extracted seed oils, and the natural nutrition has been replaced with synthetic laboratory additives. To avoid paying premium prices for ultra-processed spreads, shoppers must remember the core rule of the dairy aisle. Check the ingredient list, not the name. The physical reality of what sits inside the tub is only one half of the supermarket puzzle. The other half is the corporate ownership trail, where the link between iconic Australian branding and local economic return is systematically dismantled. For generations, choosing brands like Western Star, Devondale, or Mainland felt like a direct investment in Australian dairy farming families. Today, ASIC filings and global acquisition records show a highly consolidated network of foreign multinational control. The Canadian dairy giant Saputo, headquartered in Montreal, manages a significant portion of this market. Saputo Dairy Australia corporate records reveal that the company holds the trademarks and operations for Devondale, Mainland, and Great Ocean Road. This corporate footprint was secured in 2018, when Saputo completed the acquisition of the farmer-owned cooperative Murray Goulburn for 1.31 billion Australian dollars. When a consumer purchases Devondale or Great Ocean Road, the processing occurs locally, but the final profit margins are routed to corporate offices in Canada. The shift away from local ownership escalated further in August 2025. The New Zealand cooperative Fonterra announced a definitive agreement to sell its entire Australian consumer portfolio, including Western Star, to the French multinational giant Lactalis. Financial filings from Jarden, the advisory firm managing the deal, valued the transaction at approximately 3.4 billion Australian dollars. The Australian Competition and Consumer Commission reviewed and cleared the purchase, which is scheduled for final completion in early 2026. Once this transaction is fully integrated, Lactalis will officially become the largest dairy company operating in Australia. The French conglomerate already controls local brands like Pauls through its Parmalat subsidiary. By adding Western Star, the nation's top-selling butter, Lactalis solidifies its dominance over the Australian cold aisle. This corporate consolidation means that the vast majority of the butter brands on supermarket shelves are no longer Australian-owned. The green and gold country of origin labels verify that the cream was milked and churned locally, but the brand itself operates as a financial pipeline for foreign shareholders. In the modern dairy aisle, Australian made on the shelf is fundamentally different from Australian owned in the boardroom. Next time you stand in the Australian dairy aisle, remember that fridge temperature spreadability always comes with a compromise. True value isn't found in corporate branding or convenient textures, but in real ingredients. From now on, check the ingredient list, not the name. Look for cream and salt and nothing else. What are you actually buying? Share your thoughts below.